then she busts in and fight, tag lights at the light. Saturday night, you know, fight, big inside, vivid sights, baby show, and an escapade. Fancy arcade, pixelated party, lesson day, unafraid. Karaoke screams, singing themes, heart and sleeves. Anime dreams, person seams, city gleams, dancing screams, endless streams, life's extreme. Saturday gleams, so it day gleams, so it seems nothing reams. Raise the channel, riot loud, crowd unbowed, techno sound, pulses pound, dream astound, youth unbound, joy profound, I'm lost and found. Channel raver on the prowl, echoes howled.
In the OGGM, we trust. It's Saturday. It's the 7th day of February 2026, about 8 o'clock in the morning here. It's your boy, the OGGM, broadcasting live from Site B, located in the mythical town of Fresno, Nevada, which looks mysteriously a lot like a park in Ventura, California. Go figure. And it's Saturday, and like every Saturday, we do this thing, this little experiment. 104 of these now. Thank you, Jeff's Games Box, for all the amazing links. Really appreciate that Jeff takes time out of his day to do this for us. I wouldn't know if we would have gotten it this far without him. So please take a moment to like, share, subscribe to Jeff's Games Box. All right. So yeah, 104 attempts to spread a little kindness, spread a little joy, expand the tabletop role-playing game universe of YouTube. And I gotta say, I only know one other person who's sort of doing the same thing I am, and that's our friends over at Swords and Stones, or whatever it's called. Anybody else doing this? Is there anybody else out there besides me that is, and him? I guess Jeff, but I mean, I can think of plenty of video sites that, you know, say bad things about people, pinko commie scum, but very few that are doing good things. So I guess I can feel both a little honored and a little sad that people would rather be negative than positive when talking about a ridiculous game of goblins with sticks. I assure you, there are more important things than D&D out there, guys. Really, it's. But whatever, hey, let's spread some positivity, make a little friends, okay? Hopefully grow some channels, bring some attention to people out there who might need it. But more importantly, of course, let's build our channel, right? Because let's face it, 2,300 subs by February 14th, and we'll eat that MRE that DM Kurt sent us. Now, right now, we are technically at 2,300, but we know a couple of those are bots and we'll lose them. So we'll see where the week ends. Anyways, happy Saturday. Here we go. Bam, 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 bam. This is Josh, and Josh has a box. Josh has 154 subscribers, 67 videos, and he says, "Hello, I'm Josh. I want my channel to be about sharing my hobbies with you in step-by-step behind-the-scenes styles. Hobbies I want to share include making fantasy maps, writing novels, playing D&D and other tabletop role-playing games, telling stories, drawing, world-building, creating TCGs, that's collectible card games, I believe, and discussing pop culture. Expect my videos to be casual, conversation, and hopefully a bit educational too." Hey, kind of sounds like me. And he's been doing this since 2021, and he only has 154 subscribers. Josh is in your box. I am happy to be number 155. The last time Josh made a video was 2 weeks ago, and it was somebody sent him a present, opening a gift from Wrath of Kors. And it looks like it's a collectible card game or something, or a game that came with cards. Anyways, he's doing something with cards. And before that was talking about Aether Nexus, a fantasy mecha tabletop role-playing game. Then he was talking about something called First Date Facade. Is that a video game? Then here's him drawing pictures of Batman. Elowith Dawnwind Session 2. I guess he's doing some solo role-playing game. Here's him doing Wrath of Kors, which is a tabletop. Okay, so it was a card game. Some sketchbooks, some drawings. I mean, you know, hey, you can draw better than I did. You can, so God love him. I mean, I guess I could draw that style. I don't know. Mine still tends to look more squiggly. So yeah, he just sort of, we have a plethora, a hodgepodge. Oh, look, he's got a picture right up here of Batman and a penguin dressed as a Shogun, and Minecraft Steve and Legolas, and I don't know what this thing is. I guess that's supposed to be a Jedi, maybe. I don't know. And SpongeBob. So yeah, just look at this great drawing thing he's got going on here. Love it. Love to see it. Yeah, thanks for sharing your creativity and not being ashamed to show your art and just being goofy. We love that. We love to see some goofiness. We love to see people who don't take it seriously and just here to have some fun and show off their card games and their drawings and just, you know, yeah, definitely deserves a little love. 155, and he's been doing this for how long? No, he deserves more than that. We want to get everybody up to at least 1,000. So please take a moment to subscribe to Josh in his box and look at his amazing fun art. Yeah, okay. It just inspires me to do more drawing, I guess. Moving right along. Dun, 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 dun. Just speaking of moving along, who watched the Muppet special on Disney? Apparently it went over very well, much better than people expected. So fingers crossed we will get a new Muppet show soon. And it will not be pandering, but actually just the Muppets being the Muppets. All right, we have Darren Hendershot. Darren Hendershot has 20 subscribers, 19 videos. He's been doing this since 2014. 2014, and the guy's only got 20 subscribers. Either he took a really, really, really long time off, or he forgot he made the channel, because, I mean, he should at least have 100. Well, you got 21 now, and the last time he posted was 9 hours ago, and he was talking about Monsters and Machiavellians, how to win at D&D. So is he talking about Jethro's book? Because you guys remember Jethro of the Broasar has a book out called How to Win at D&D. Before that, he was talking about Dragon magazines. We love Dragon magazines. And he's got a folder of encounters. Look at that old school folder. Yeah, look at that flashback. Notice a lot of people are posting their old folders and their old video pictures and maps they've drawn from, ages past. I don't know why, but a lot of people have been doing that lately. Maybe it has something to do with the 50th anniversary of AD&D or something. I don't know. But it's cool to see old stuff. It's cool to know that there are people out there who are able to, keep stuff from their childhood, and they didn't lose collections on 3 separate occasions. I had a collection of stuff from the 70s and early 80s. I was keeping it in the garage. The garage flooded. All the stuff lost. Then I had a collection of stuff that I built up between then and college, and it got lost in shipping. Never found again. Then the third collection of stuff, the stuff that I was living in a very small apartment, so a lot of it was in my parents' house. And then, of course, there was the 2018 fire, and most of my stuff I had to replace. I was able to replace a little of it. And then I decided, after about a year or two, I'm never going to use any of this stuff. Why do I need it? So, sometimes I look at my shelf and go, do I really want to get more stuff? And other times I look at my shelf and I go, yeah, I'm never going to use it. Why should I buy it? It's just going to sit there gathering dust, and I'll sell it again a year later. I'd rather know that it's out there in the wild. So I am both envious of the people who can keep their collections of stuff like this. Love it. Darren, you deserve more than 20 subscribers. So bam, hopefully this has helped you out. Thanks for sharing your awesome love of the hobby with us. We appreciate you. Well, I appreciate you. I can't speak for anybody else. I'm just one voice in the wilderness, trying to make the world a little safer and a little better. We got Grognard Solo-Gaming. Grognard Solo-Gaming has 392 subscribers, 49 videos, but I am 393. And he says, tabletop role-playing game Solo-Gaming. Okay. He's been doing this since 2013. 2013? And he's only got 392? You don't understand. What am I missing? I don't know. What am I missing? Last time he posted was 23 hours ago, where he was talking about old school essentials. Is this the new OSE or the old OSE? Because I know they just reprinted this, didn't they? And do like a special anniversary or something with a different cover. And I think a different color scheme. I think it's more orange this time around. I thought I saw it yesterday when I was bopping through channels. So I'm 80% sure there's a new version, but this looks like the older one. So he's doing a solo crawl with old school essentials. I need to try solo crawling again, because the last time I did it, it just didn't work. Here's him saying he's not going to use AI images anymore. Appreciate that. I am. Here's him doing Curse of Strahd with some cards and drawings and stuff. Cool. Got to go fight some vampires. Curse of Strahd, Curse of Strahd. Ravenloft, solo hex crawl, painting, Ravenloft. Somebody loves him some Ravenloft, dude. If you're doing a Ravenloft centric channel, that's what you should focus on. Solo gaming in the world of Ravenloft, in the world of the Demi-Planes. I love the concept of the Demi-Planes. I wish they'd done something better with it than Radiant Citadel. Because my world's, I don't know if anybody's figured it out, but my world that I run and have been running for, I don't know, 10, 15 years since I discovered it is a Demi-Plane, an endless Demi-Plane. We should talk about my game sometime, maybe on a separate channel. So yeah, I like that you're focusing on two things. That's really cool. It shows you're not a scatterbrain like me. You're very focused and you're very dedicated to be focusing on these two topics at least right now. And that's cool because, Ravenloft is awesome before Wizards of the Coast ruined it, but it's still an awesome idea for a setting. Still the best haunted house module ever. Well, that or Teagle Manor. But yeah, it's just iconic. And then also focusing on the solo hex crawl. That's really cool. That and he's got some dice, he's got some figures. He's just not no AI art, which is cool. Where either he's drawing his art or taking it from other places. Anyways, cool stuff. Thank you, Grognard Solo Gaming, for sharing your love of the hobby with us and taking us on a trip with you through Ravenloft. Hopefully we emerged unscathed. What happened to my arm? Damn werewolves. All right. Yeah. I'm on my second cup of coffee, so I might be a little goofy. I woke up this morning at 3 o'clock in the morning, shivering, which should be impossible because I live in Southern California, but it was just, yeah. So I'm on coffee number 2. And finally, this is a name that should look familiar. I'm already subscribed to him, but we're just giving him a shout out because he pops up on our channel all the time and always has good things to say. This is Rivers RPG channel. Occasionally I'm going to revisit, but despite the infinite amount of links that Jeff sends us every week, awesome. Thank you, Jeff. Occasionally we need to revisit somebody and go, hey, just to remind you guys that there's other people out there who are awesome who we've already said hello to, but sometimes it's nice to drop by again and see what they're up to. So Rivers posts on my channel all the time. He's a cool dude. He says, hi, I'm Rivers. This is my channel. I discuss different gaming ideas, concepts, and games themselves. It's a role-playing game channel, all types of games. I also do unboxing and try to share gaming advice and ideas and reviews and movies and include other things that interest me. So again, kind of scatterbrained like me all over the place, but focusing on the hobby, focusing on what he loves about the hobby. No politics, no pandering, no poking holes. Just, hey, I love the hobby. I don't want to talk about the hobby. And maybe occasionally I say something silly like the oggm, but that's okay because you're awesome, Rivers. He's got 559 subscribers, 514 videos. He's been doing this since 2018. He definitely deserves 1,000 subs. Let's get him up here. Let's monetize this guy. Not that being monetized makes any difference, but you like to say I got 1,000. Last time he posted was 20 hours ago, and he's talking about the Stranger Things minis. I saw a couple of the minis. Something I was looking at the other day. They weren't great. They weren't awful. They're so specific. Sure, you could probably use the Demogorgon one and a couple of the others for generic situations, but it's like, when are you ever going to need that figure? But still, they're cool. Then here's him talking about monsters with the picture of Xanther. I believe this is the picture that they're basing the statue on at the Universal thing. I haven't heard anything about the Universal thing since they announced it was back. It looked great. If I still lived in Studio City, I would have gone and watched it and done the walkthrough for $20-$30 or whatever. The Xanther looked awesome. I don't know why people were saying I was saying negative things about it. But yeah, I'm a huge fan of Halloween Horror Nights at Universal. I went to the very first one, so and I went pretty consistently. So, as silly as it was, I thought the D&D walkthrough thing was cool. Um, but yeah, so that looks like the artwork. Is that the artwork of the setting, or did they base the setting off this artwork? I don't know because I don't know how old this picture is, but that's definitely the image that they used to create the puppet, which supposedly is amazing. Not getting there you go, getting off tangent, but yeah. Then here's him reviewing some minis. Um, I think this is a planter stand thing, isn't it? It looks like a Lazy Susan with felt on it. I don't know if it's designed for figures to be displayed on, but it's a cool idea, whatever it is. I know what a Lazy Susan is. Some dice rolling, talking about books, more monsters. Looks like he's focusing on figures a little bit, which is cool. Dice, figures, dice, Starfinder. Going to a con. Dragon Crate. Remember these? Is this still a thing? More figures. Another Dragon Crate. Anybody remember the crates? Oh, somebody did this. Look, here's the gumball machine with dice in it. Oh man, you literally could support your store if you did this right. I remember Seth had dice. Seth had a gumball machine, and all of us were like, dude, just clean it out and fill it with all these dice, and you'll make like 50 cents an hour, considering how many people bought just spare dice. Especially since Seth had this. I don't know if you remember my stories about Seth's and the buy it in the store rule. Seth had this rule that if you bought dice in his store, you could roll those dice in the game. And most of us followed that. If I was running my game and I said, well, you could always go buy another dice and roll it and take that roll instead. I remember one night where he made like $200 off one guy just buying a dice over and over and over again because he wanted to re-roll every bad roll. So this is a brilliant idea. And if you have a game store and if you have spare dice and you can find a gumball machine, clean it out and do this. You will make bank. It is pure profit. But yeah, the crates. Remember the crates? Dude, plus 1,000 experience points for still, doing the crates. The crates were huge. The crates were one of the reasons why I started this. And then they just sort of faded away. Figures. There's some nightmare fuel right there, that carrion crawler. Figures, more figures, a lot of figures, a lot of dice. That's cool. It's cool that he has this thing to focus on and be all awesome about. Thank you, Rivers, for being an awesome friend, awesome supporter of the channel, always having good things to say about the hobby. I've never heard a negative word from this guy for as long as I've been following him and as long as he's been posting. So that's nice. No negativity. But OGGM, you were still kind of negative. Yeah, I know, guys. And I'll always be a little negative. It's just the way I'm wired. It's part of the whole autism. It's part of the whole OCD. It's part of just, the scars from my life that even I'm generally depressed and angry. It just is what it is. But I'm trying. And what part of that experiment is doing this? So, hey, handshake and a hug and a waffle to each and every one of you. Thank you for making awesome tabletop role-playing game content. Please take a moment to subscribe to all these channels and, of course, mine. And, of course, subscribe to Jeff's Games Box because we wouldn't be here if it wasn't for him and all the links he's been sending us week after week after week. So please take a moment to check out all these channels. The links are in the description. It's Saturday. If you have a channel or a product you want me to shout out, hey, we know I have no morals. I will sell out. Please let me know about your channel. Please let me know about your game. Please let me know about your little video thing. And I'll shout you out. I'll talk about you. I'll invite you to come on and talk on the stream if you want. I'm not afraid. This is your safe, happy home for goofiness. We may tend to wander into the realm of negativity, but for the most part, we're trying to be just a fun moment in the sun where you can just share a little tabletop role-playing game goofiness after almost 11-12 years or however long I've been doing this. Who knows? Who knows? At least the picture finally came out right. 104 of these to try and get the picture of her eating the cereal just right. And this is the first time it's come out the way I want it in my head. That's got to say something. I don't know what, but that's got to say something. I'll talk to you later.
Electric beats, bustin' streets, endless streets, midnight beats, living heat, hearts beat, fleet, polyphonic needs, cyber beats, rhythm sweet, Saturday scenes, beat retreats, makes us complete. Blazing trails, no fails, neon veils, waves of gales, color tales, joy sails, endless rails, like prevail, Saturday sail, we hail breaking jails. Break the town, riot loud, crowd unbound, techno sound, cause this pound, dream astound, youth unbound, joy profound.